let's look at phase in just a little bit more detail. Okay, so to show our phase, we're going to get ourselves back to a good starting point of equal amplitude waves. And then we're going to offset the phase by 1/4 of a wave cycle for each one. Oops, 64. And then the halfway point on the blue, which is 127. And then we're going to turn on the sine for the blue channel and turn the channel on and calculate that. So now what we have done is we have shifted each one of the LED waves by 1/4 of its setting to produce a offset that is giving us clusters of the 3 waves moving in and out of being on and off, fully on and fully off. Now the phase setting is a very important one for getting the wide range of colors that are available in creating sessions, because now we're getting very complex interactions as the LEDs move across, and the color graph is reflecting this, showing us a rainbow gradient. So we're moving from green fully on to mixing with red, then red by itself, then mixing with blue, and then blue mixing with green, and we keep moving through that phase. So that creates really nice mixtures of colors, especially at slower settings. At fast flicker rates, it's not as noticeable, and I just have to re-emphasize that you always have to set the amplitude of the red to kind of balance out its overpowering effect on the overall color scheme that's created in the Procyon. You have a wide range of latitude in the red. The red can be sensed all the way from nearly off, whereas at full brightness it's very overpowering. In actual practice, the greens and the blues have less of a latitude. They need to be brighter to be sensed. However, in the context of color mixing, they do take on a bit of a different character and have some noticeable impact, even at mid to lesser settings. So again, this demonstrates something that when you're dealing with the Procyon editor alone and just punching in numbers, it's very hard to get a clear idea of what effect the numbers that you're feeding into the unit are having, what effect that they're having, whereas this tool makes it very clear, gives you the ability to be somewhat strategic and confident in the types of settings that you're making and getting an idea of the result. So that's an unbeatable addition to the tool set that's available for the Procyon. In later videos, we'll look at some of the more advanced features, some of the things that are a little bit more in-depth and harder to understand, which would be the DC offset and the duty cycle. Because right now, to wrap up the video, what I want to demonstrate is a macro that I've made that kind of closes the circle on using the visual segment developer in your workflow in programming Procyon settings. And let me go ahead and just open the macro quickly so you can see. So this is an auto hotkey script. You'll want to go to autohotkey.com to download the free macro program. But I've written a macro script here, it's available for free for you to download on the thread on the Mindplace support.com site. So I've now opened that, and it's a simple text script. We'll look at it to edit. It's a simple text script that assigns a key function to control the Procyon editor and take the values from the visual segment developer and paste them into the Procyon editor in an automated fashion. So we no longer have to attempt to do this by hand. So you'll want to download that and set it up, and you'll know it's working correctly when in your system tray here at the bottom you see the H in a green circle, green little button, and that is your script running. And the hotkey combination, which I'm using Windows Alt Control P, P for Procyon, to control that. So keeping in mind, we'll circle back a little bit, realizing that this is the visual segment developer is just a design tool for these values to actually be fed into the Procyon. They need to go back into the Procyon editor, and then you'll need to use the Run Segments button to trigger those values to actually control the LEDs in the Procyon. What we've had to do up to this point is transfer these values by typing or copy and paste, and so it kind of added a unnecessary bit of lag in your workflow and caused you to be a little bit more hesitant or a little bit more deliberate in your values without just popping things in and trying them out. However, now with this hotkey script, we're able to select this range and hit our hotkey button, and it'll copy, see, and paste those right into the Procyon editor. And then I'm able to just simply hit the run button, run it, test it out on the Procyon, and see the result of my settings in real time. And that's especially useful with the randomize feature that's available here in the visual segment developer. So you can randomize a few values, copy them over to the editor, run them, see what you like, come back, change, make a few tweaks, view it on the graph, and really get involved, get your hands dirty a little bit with programming the Procyon so that you can enjoy your own sessions and customize them to your preference and liking. And let's be honest, discover some brand new things. This is a vast, unexplored world. The Procyon gives you an incredible amount of features and power that hasn't been yet fully explored or realized. So this is a wide open field for those who have interest and inclination, and the Visual Segment tool, the Visual Segment Developer by Mark Turney, makes it extremely useful and easy and fun to explore your Procyon. So get started, get your hands dirty, and please share some of your ideas and output on the forum. This is Scott Hendrickson from Mindplace, and thanks for watching.